What is up, guys? Fresh Powder here, but you can call me Daniel, and welcome back to a brand new commentary on Chapter 3 of Fresh vs. Snakestaff, A Narrow Escape. Now, as usual, we're going to be going through this chapter scene by scene, talk about some of the choices we decided to do, and make fun of the scenes we've done so far. So yeah, now that you're all up to speed, let's get on with this new chapter. Alright, now, as you can already tell, and I'm just putting this out now, this is by far my most green-screened video that I think I've ever produced.
Yeah, I remember you saying in chapter 1 with Lefty that was your first ever green screen attempt?
Yes, it was.
So, and considering it looked really good, and they've all looked good since.
Yeah. This vortex that you see Fresh coming through, that's a video that you can find, and surprisingly enough, it works with anything. You can put it over anything, and it will color itself naturally. Yeah, in case you're wondering, why Fresh is in such a panic, it's because I was trying to connect the reaction to your previous chapter to this chapter, and so it was so I literally said at the end of the reaction, you know, Lefty, we gotta move out of here.
I liked your touch of continuity. It was good. I like that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Oh, for heaven's sake. I leave this dimension for 5 minutes, and there's a missile after us? All we wanted to do was ding-dong ditch them.
Yes, the 5 minutes, that was me, referring to the reaction that I had.
I've been looking forward to talking about this, the ding-dong ditching.
Yep.
Because, I mean, at first I didn't catch on because, embarrassingly, I didn't know what ding-dong ditching was.
Yeah.
So when you explained what it was, I had to chuckle, and then I went away and thought, but he still had an army! Like, was the whole army gonna... Were you gonna touch the door and the whole army was gonna, like, hide in the hedge or something? It's like,
well,
before I managed to come to the door.
Well, after I realized how serious you decided to make your chapter, I was like, okay, now I can see this is gonna be quite adventurous. So yeah. Yeah, moving on.
Now remember, their weak spot is their eye socket.
Lefty!
Yeah, Lefty saying the eye socket thing. The reason I said that is because, I believe that because Daleks have one eye, if you took that out, I believe, you know, it could cripple them in a way, because, you know, one eye, instantly blind.
I mean, I found interesting topic.
Yeah?
I think it's in Parting of the Ways, and a couple of times you see the Dalek mutants. I don't know if this is a thing or not, but some people think they've got one big eye and a really tiny small eye.
Huh.
Or when Christopher Eccleston shoots the Dalek and you see the mutant while Rose and Jack are talking, it looks a bit like it's got two eyes, which is peculiar. So it's a more of a horrific mutation. But
Yeah.
I always go with the one eye belief that they've only got one. But it does look like it sometimes.
Yes.
They've got two, which is weird. But
Anyway, also that image of Fresh that you see running to the front of the army to confront Lefty, that's actually recycled from one of the thumbnails from my reaction, where I need to have Fresh running away from anything. I think the first time I used this image was for the thumbnail of World War III, where you see Fresh running away from the Slovene.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Lefty, listen up. There's a missile on the way. We have to summon someone to help us.
What? But, who can stop a missile?
Maybe Sagata Sanshiro.
Believe it or not, these two were the only two people or characters that I know of who can stop a missile from... Yeah, they're literally the only two people I know. I know there might be other people out there, but I'm a noob, so don't judge.
I did worry that you were going to bring in somebody like Superman. I thought, oh, how am I going to handle that? Because it's going to be too much. But I actually knew Sagata Sanshiro because Nostalgia Critic mentioned him in a discussion about how to advertise your product, which was quite funny.
Yep.
And then, of course, in a minute you mentioned the Iron Giant.
Yeah.
Who, if nobody knows who he is, then shame on you.
Yeah. And speaking of which...
Oh no, but I can't speak Japanese yet. Or how about the Iron Giant? No, he's still trying to fix himself.
I'm sorry for those of you who haven't seen the movie yet for spoiler alert, but, you know, I've already seen The Iron Giant, and it's a classic, and, yeah.
I think you played it safe. If nobody's seen the movie, then that scene could happen any time in the movie. And if you've... we also had the book read to us in school ages ago, and it's actually really different to the film, so it doesn't spoil that either. But yes.
Okay.
Fresh, can I suggest something?
Yes...
May I suggest looking up?
That, may I suggest something joke was actually from the animated movie Igor, in which one of the characters, Scamper, in the movie they're basically looking for this Frankenstein monster they've just created, and Scamper says, "May I suggest looking behind you?" Nothing's there. It was just a suggestion. So I thought I'd use that.
It was funny.
Except now there's something there.
It was quite a funny scene. Your scene.
Yeah.
Ah! It's found us! It's coming! Delete hostile elements. Delete.
Yes, I know, that arm of the Cybermen, that's from somewhere that I've not seen yet. But, you know, I couldn't find a proper, you know, Cybermen arm, so I had to work with what I had.
Oh, I think I might know where you got it from, actually, but I thought you just took it from Doomsday or Army of Ghosts.
No, believe me, I looked. I couldn't find a close enough image of a Cyberman's arm shooting. Anywhere else I could find it was just a close-up of their blaster, or it was a front view.
I also have to point out, it's interesting, because I'm still getting to grips with my shading and shine skills when it comes to my art.
Yeah.
And it was interesting, you've taken my missile design and made it look more gritty with the dark shading and stuff, and I thought that was cool. So I was like, I wonder what he's going to do in the future when I send art to him. Like, is he going to make it look... You know, you did something to it, obviously.
Yeah, I shaded it.
Stop! It's resistant to your firepower!
Resistant to your firepower. Again, I was making references to the reaction because, I was in a hurry to tell Lefty, you know, this missile's gonna be cyber laser proof and I can't freeze it. We've got to evacuate, but it may already be too late.
Nice.
Retreat! Retreat! Ah! Watch out!
Okay, now before I talk about this scene, I just want to tell you, this shot is probably the most green screened in the entire saga. That's what I'm going to call it. Because you've got the basic image of Fresh and the Fresh running at the back of the army away from the missile. Then you've got the actual explosion, and then you've got Lefty on the top. I had to re-edit that nearly 4 times to get it right. But yeah, it came out perfectly. Oh boy, this shot. The shot with Lefty that I did, that was, believe it or not, on the first try, where I just had him lunging towards the camera in a panic. Where
I actually, okay, I have to commend you on this because obviously my reaction shows in the video, but I my explosions are more sort of cartoony, like the pals and the things from Batman and stuff, because I haven't found a decent site yet to download effects.
yeah,
And then when you did the massive explosion, it was actually like I was like, whoa, because it looked really cool. And I
yeah,
was like, uh,